BJP's supporter was not that enthused by the performance of the state government, and the party was having issues in just rousing their own support base. And if the guy gets really charged up, he gets his neighbor, his uncle, his aunt, his mother, his son, his wife, and gets them all to the polling booth. That guy who was dispirited, the BJP thinks they've been able to charge that person up.
Possibly, but you see, the BJP needs incremental voters. To get a majority which they've never got, they need extra voters. I don't think Bajrang Dal is getting them extra voters.
But earlier they had a chance of possibly losing some part of their own base.
No,
because if you remember...
But I'll make a larger point here very quickly, which is that simply I think the BJP got its strategy wrong 18 months ago. You asked Mr. Bomai the question about hijab, azan, halal, and he said, no, these are not issues. You people are making them issues. And the fact is, this was your campaign plan a year ago. Then you realized, with about 3 months to go to the election, my God, this is not working out, we need a course correction. By then it was too late, because as Shiv says, the Congress had already grabbed the initiative by saying, I'll give you guarantees, I'll give you free power, I'll give you rice. And Sitaramayya's welfare schemes, when compared to this government, stand out positively. So therefore the BJP was in a bind. Eventually look at their manifesto. They also went to Revdi culture promising for BPL families gas cylinders. By then it was too late. I think the Hindutva plank in Karnataka is subject to diminishing returns, barring some pockets like coastal Karnataka. So the caste politics, the BJP struggled because Yediyurappa was out of the picture, and communal politics, Rahul, all these issues, they resonate in studios. On the ground, people are saying, please give me higher incomes, give me money in hand. I am suffering post-COVID. I think the BJP got its strategy wrong in that crucial 2022 period.
Nagarjun Dwarkanath, you're a man on the ground. I mean, Shiv can still get it wrong or hedge his bet because he's come from Delhi and this is home state. He's been away for a while. You're there. Who has the momentum as campaigning ends? Why are you looking so serious?
No, it's because it's quite an election, because it's been unpredictable. These elections, Rahul, have been fighting in pockets. Hyderabad, Karnataka is showing a different trend. Coastal Karnataka is showing a different trend. Bangalore, where almost all the senior BJP and Congress leaders have consolidated their vote share. So it's 50-50 here. So each region of Karnataka are fighting their own battles in across 150 seats. And 30 to 35 seats, we are seeing a three-way poll. And we still don't know which way the three-way poll will go. Most of the rebels have been contesting. The parties are unable to convince them. So that's where the difficulty is in prediction about who is going to win the 224 seats. But like Rajdeep sir mentioned, I truly believe that the Congress has an edge because of early peak in the campaign. Since October or September, they started with the Pay CM campaign. Even the BJP was taken for a shock and they were on a back foot when it happened. When I speak to the BJP MLAs and legislators themselves, they feel that the hijab was too early and the fringe went out of their hands. When MLAs themselves told, don't do this right now, the fringe were not listening to them. The MLAs were unable to control the fringe. That's where the BJP, I felt, lacked a bit of communication.
Okay. The critical question at this moment, Sandeep Shastri, is did the Congress campaign peak early? Has the BJP been able to pull it back on the back of this Bajrang Dal issue, the Prime Minister's roadshows over the weekend in Karnataka? You're in Bengaluru. To what extent do you think the Prime Minister's personal presence in Bengaluru and the kind of crowds he drew might make a difference to the end outcome on the 10th?
Rahul, I will not take an insurance policy like our friends have. I will make one clear point. No hung assembly, either the BJP or the Congress, and I am saying it in alphabetical order, will get a majority. Because somebody referred to a joker in the pack. But remember, there are two jokers in the pack. Many people thought that the Congress and BJP would be the jokers at the cost of the JDS. But I would argue, no, there will be a clear majority, and I have certain reasons for that, Rahul. And I'll put those points before you.
Go on. No, but I don't understand this theory.
Clearly,
if there are two big teams playing, Team A can win and Team B can win. I mean, you don't need the country's top psephologists to tell you that it's true that one of the two is going to win.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, Rahul. I'm saying Team A could win or Team B could win, and I have reasons to say why A could win and why B could win, and that is the decision that we will be watching for day after.
Okay, go on.
And the point is this, Rajdeep talked about the gas cylinder issue. The problem with the gas cylinder is you don't treat it carefully, it could blow up in your face. Now, the price rise issue, how well has the BJP been able to deflect it? How much has the Bajrangi issue been able to take over the gas issue? I think that will critically decide. I think in spite of the change of the rhetoric of the last 1 week, I do not see, unlike what happened in North India where the whole agenda changed in UP or some other states, south of the Vindhyas is different. Religious polarization had reached its peak in 2018, and I think there is limited scope for...
No, why do you
going
say this?
beyond
You know,
that
I know
saturation
that
point.
Rajdeep said the same thing as well. The BJP doesn't think like that. Because, for example, in Bihar, the state is such that it's not been easy to polarize in quite the way that Uttar Pradesh has. What makes you think religious polarization has reached its peak? The BJP thinks you keep at it and that you can up the ante as time goes along. Like, for example, in old Mysuru, where the BJP was weak, they think with the combination of presence on the ground, getting the right candidates and their mix of Hindutva, they can charge that area up. Just because Hindutva hasn't worked in a particular belt, it doesn't mean it will never work. I mean, at least the BJP thinks they can change that.
That's because you have not understood the Kannadiga sentiment. You have the Kannadigas as a people do not believe in aggressive maneuvering, do not believe in visible aggression. They are people who have a very, very, very balanced perspective with their feet on the ground. And that's something I think we need to keep in mind, that Karnataka voters have always voted with their feet on the ground, with their understanding of the ground level issues. And emotive issues, yes, maybe they're up to a point, but beyond a point, they cannot impact and influence the way a voter votes in this.
Rajdeep wants to jump in.
No, it is quite, I mean, you know, to simplify it, caste and class, I believe, is trumping community, religious identity in this election. This is the state of Basavana. This is not the state of, Jai Shri Ram. This is the state where Basavana and the various Lingayat, Mutts and the other community, the caste equations play very differently.